Welcome to Kashmir University Weekly Video Digest Quest. Dear viewers, in this episode of Quest, we begin with a roundup of the year 2013. We also have a report on week-long workshop on disaster management held at Kashmir University. Now the details of these events with your host Rabi Bashir. Dear viewers, the year 2013 was a significant year for the University of Kashmir. During this year, University witnessed a lot of academic and extracurricular activities. Let us begin with special convocation organized by University of Kashmir to confer Doctor of Science upon Professor Govardhan Mehta, National Research Professor, School of Chemistry, University of Hyderabad. The function was held in the convocation complex of the university. Registrar Kashmir University Professor Zafar Ahmed Rishi led the procession and conducted proceedings of the function. Chancellor and Governor of the state, Mr. Narendranath Vohra, conferred the Doctor of Science to Professor Govardhan Mehta.
Dr. Govardhan Mehta, the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa of the University of Kashmir.
He was born in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, where he had his early education. He earned his bachelor's and master's degrees from the University of Rajasthan and carried out doctoral research at National Chemical Research Laboratory, Pune, under the mentorship of Dr. Sukhdev. Subsequently, Professor Mehta conducted postdoctoral research at Michigan State University and at Ohio State University, USA. Professor Mehta is a Fellow of Royal Society of London, foreign member of the Russian Academy of Sciences, Fellow of the Third World Academy of Sciences, and besides of many other science academies. He has been a president of the Indian National Science Academy, INSA, from 1999 to 2001.
Speaking on the occasion, Vice-Chancellor, University of Kashmir, Professor Talat Ahmed, presented a brief profile of the university and achievements made over the past years.
We are now Grade A University through NAC re-accreditation. We have 5 campuses, sir. Main campus is in Srinagar, and we have a South campus and North campus which is operational. And now we are putting all our efforts to start the campuses in far-flung areas of Leh, Kargil and Kupwara, which is already on. We have 13 faculties and 38 departments, 18 research centers and 142 affiliated colleges.
Professor Talat said it is his dream to make the university a globally acclaimed institution of higher learning and hub of original research work. Chancellor and Governor of the state, Mr. N.N. Vohra, in his address while congratulating Professor Mehta, said that universities are a repository of knowledge and information. Chancellor advised the university faculty to impart practical and value-based education and training to the students and scholars, which would help them to foster better understanding among the societies and make them competent enough to face the challenge of tomorrow.
I have not had occasion to know Dr. Mehta as a chemist, but I have had occasion to know him, a planner in the field of science, in the scientific and technological arena, and also as a collaborator and coordinator of fostering and encouraging relationships in the scientific and technological arena in India and various countries abroad. It was in this particular context that some years ago, Dr. Mehta and I worked together in a committee which was intended to greater understanding and collaborations between our country and 21 countries of European Union.
Delivering his address on the occasion of special convocation, Professor Govardhan Mehta said that he had got an opportunity to supervise some Kashmiri students for MPhil and PhD degrees. Professor Mehta said that he found them brilliant and second to none in the world.
The University of Kashmir trains many high quality and motivated students, and I can vouch for it from personal experience. Over the years, I had and still have under my supervision students from Kashmir University as doctoral and postdoctoral researchers, and I rate them amongst the very best I had. With an acclaimed scientist and academic in Dr. Talat Ahmed at the helm, and the benefit of the enlightened guidance of the distinguished Chancellor and encouragement of the dynamic Chief Minister and Education Minister, the university should endeavour to reinvent itself and position itself among the very top academic institutions in the country.
Appreciating university's growth, Professor Mehta, however, reminded audience that in today's world, if you desire to be the world-class institution of higher learning, you have to be the best.
I really admire the new changes that you have ushered in during the last couple of years. So my congratulations and best wishes for the fruition of these efforts. However, every academic institution, including the University of Kashmir, needs to be future ready. Let us be reminded that in today's competitive landscape of higher education, good is simply not good enough. We have to aim to be among the very best. And I think the initiatives that we have just now heard augurs very well to achieve that status, which was very nicely articulated by Professor Ahmed, that you want to be a globally recognized institution.
Professor Mehta said that he would be honored to extend any support to the university in any capacity.
You have been very gracious to formally make me an alumnus of the university, and it will be my duty and constant endeavor to promote the cause and aspirations of the University of Kashmir.
Now, a roundup of the other major events of the year 2013.
This is signed by President, Secretary of the Council.
We should never feel that, we have reached somewhere and we should stop. I mean, the path is such that it continues. And the day you feel that you have achieved something and now it is not needed, that day you are dead. At least I feel that. And inshallah, I will keep doing what I am doing.
It is also suffering because it is a perennial crop with a very high initial investment and with a very low initial return.
God has been far too generous in blessing our state with some unique agricultural products like saffron that have been sustaining our society, our state, and our economy through toughest of times.
The festival provides best opportunities to our young students in order to manifest their hidden talent and potentialities. It's one of the major activities of the Department of Students' Welfare.
That university is not about academics alone. Though academics is the dominant basically narrative, it has to be a dominant narrative in the university. But apart from that, certain extracurricular activities have also to be carried out. And then for that, we congratulate the Students' Welfare for organizing this mega event, what is called as Sanzal, which is very popular with the students also.
ये संजल फेस्टिवल का आगाज 2007 से जैसे मुझे पता चला हुआ है और धीरे धीरे ये कंपटीशन में आगे जा रहा है। इससे लगता है कि हमारे यहाँ बच्चों में कितना टैलेंट है, उस्तादों में कितना इसकी तरफ ध्यान है।
Our country has declared 2010 to 2020 as the decade of innovations. So it is very important to encourage the young minds to take part in these innovative activities, come out with new ideas, out-of-box ideas.
So if we can focus a little more on scientific problems which relate to which concern J&K, to which our people suffer when certain events take place, when certain developments take place, then I think we would benefit even more.
The science has not impregnated to the grassroots level. That's what the theme of this year is, that we want to go to the grassroots level, people who are real scientists. See, science is not in the laboratories, they are in the villages also. So that's how, if the people know that what is interesting there, so that's how we will hold this exhibition, and students will be interested to come to that area.
More than 16 companies participated in the two-day job fest, for which over 2,500 candidates from different parts of the valley had registered themselves.
The industry is not fixed on the numbers. The industry wants to induct people who are really employable. Only employable people can be selected.
मैं श्री AM शाह और मफीद साहब और इनके जो भी ऑर्गेनाइज़र हैं उनसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आगे हमें हर साल इस मेगा फेस्ट करने के लिए इजाज़त दें.
That we are at least in a position to attract the people or corporate sector towards our business school. It is not only one experience we are experiencing here now, because certain things we are doing at the departmental level. Not only you will be delighted also to know this thing. A time came when we were not known within the university. A time came when we are known globally as our business school.
Minister of External Affairs Mr. Salman Khurshid inaugurated the education block at the university campus. The minister was accompanied by Chief Minister, Governor and the Vice Chancellor of the university. Later, Mr. Khurshid visited Naseem Bagh and other parts of the campus.
It was for the first time in the history of university that any Chief Justice of Supreme Court of India has visited the campus. In a function organized by Department of Law, Chief Justice of India, along with Justice Tirath Singh Thakur and Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir, Justice M.M. Kumar were present.
We are also proud, sir, to inform you that we had the President of India and the Vice President of India. So the cycle now is completed, at least for this university. And it has happened within 6 months of you coming here.
Let us then be up and doing with a heart for any feat, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait.
It is the rule of law which ensures everything. Peace possible only because of rule of law. Progress possible only because of rule of law.
The author and the singers of the beautiful University Tarana. It was just beautiful. I mean, I was mesmerized hearing it. I was really very impressed by that as well. And I thought, I think I should make a mention of it. The words were beautiful, the lyrics were beautiful. The person who wrote it must have been equally beautiful in his thoughts.
Real science is not about memorizing facts. Real science is about curiosity. It's about asking not about a fact, but about something that you'd like to find out, something that someone else doesn't know.
Science is a great leveling field. There's no professor, there's no teacher, there's no student. On a given day, the most junior-most student here can be the professor of the science discussion that we are having, and that is the strength of science.
Today, a student tries to learn from more than one source. He is not restricted to his teacher, he is not restricted to his mentors at home, but he has access to teachers beyond his classroom and beyond the geographical barriers, and this has become possible because of the revolution that has taken place in the information and communication technology.
Make sure that you get your due in terms of good career, good opportunities to be in good jobs and be a good citizen of the country, and also contribute to the development of the state, of the country, and now to the world.
So you talked about academics, science, technology and employment, and you said you need professionals from Kashmir as well. But as you know that Islamophobia is all around the world these days, so I just want to know, what have you done about the safety of Muslims?
If you look at the German society, I think we have the largest number of Turks, for example, in Germany. I said 11% of the students are from foreign countries, 11%. Now, the fact is that in the German society, 1/3 of the population has an immigration background. 1/3.
Germany for centuries remained the center of philosophy. And during my student days, whenever we used to be taught by our teachers about philosophy, most of the philosophers used to be having a German origin. I need not dwell upon that. We live in globalizing times where the buzzwords are management, commerce, trade, so on and so forth. I am very much interested in what are the prospects and the stats of philosophy now in German universities.
I think the worst thing we could do, if we would just understand the world under the aspect of how do I get enough energy, how do I produce for the best price a product, and you are right. That is now, of course, a little excursion. I think we have a problem in the world.
High-level delegation of Parliamentary Standing Committee comprising of members of Rajya Sabha and senior officials of Ministry of Human Resource Development interacted with staff and faculty of Kashmir University, Central University of Kashmir and other universities of Kashmir. The interaction was held in the Kashmir University campus. The delegation included Chairman Ramachandra Kuntia, Mahadev Singh Khandela, Tarun Vijay, Avinash Rai Khanna, Deshna Parida, Dr. Chakis Dayas and P.K. Bichu. The delegation examined the status of faculty position, infrastructure and funding pattern of university.
These were some of the highlights of the last year. There were many other activities that were organized during the year 2013, which included special lectures, sports events, debates and other extracurricular activities. We shall be showcasing them in the next episode of Quest. Academic Staff College, in collaboration with Department of Geography and Regional Development, organized a week-long workshop on disaster management. The workshop was organized to sensitize faculty, scholars about disaster mitigation measures. Inaugurating the week-long workshop, Dean College Development Council Professor Ghulam Mustafa Shah said that there is need to develop strong and vibrant linkage between the academia and the society.
You see, events of natural disasters are on the rise, and Asia is the most affected region. These disaster events do not only disturb people's lives, but they also disturb the entire society and the economy of the country. It is a fact that Asia is an engine or locomotive of the world economy. However, you might be aware that this region is also prone to natural disasters.
In his keynote address, Controller Examination Professor Abdul Salam Bhatt said that organizing such workshops on disaster management has assumed significance because of various disasters.
Disaster management or a refresher course or a workshop is not simply a mere academic exercise, particularly for people living in this part of the world, where various disasters have already exposed us historically and are also knocking at our door so far as the mere survival and existence of the present as well as the future generation is concerned. So beyond academics, then it has the all-important and practical significance. Where we stand and where is our level of preparedness to face these unpredictable disasters.
Later, volunteers showed various disaster mitigation techniques to the participants during 6 days.
पेशेंट की जो कलाइयां हैं या विक्टिम की जो कलाइयां उनको हम बांधेंगे और रूम में जो फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर है इसका नाम है जगह नहीं है इसके बाद
On 7th day valedictory function was held. Director Academic Staff College Professor Farooq Fayaz presented the welcome address.
There has been an abundant focus on the pursuits that aim at developing very close linkages between the academia and the different shades of the human life, whether it is finance, whether it is corporate life, whether it is environmental problems, or whether it is a problem that relates to this disaster management.
Registrar Professor Zafar Ahmed Rishi felt that the benefits of such workshops and awareness programs should percolate to both colleges and schools.
They need to be taken basically to the schools, to the society at large, because they concern the society at large. And then I would basically like to know as to what are the likely disasters that Kashmir may experience over a period of time. What could be basically, say, a preparedness chart? I mean, what needs to be done? Isn't it? So that a sort of a booklet is prepared or a sort of a flow sheet is prepared, which could be circulated basically amongst all concerned.
Professor Tasawwur Kant of Department of Geography and Regional Development said that one has to learn to coexist with disasters and try to improve our mitigation measures.
Whatever we know about the structure of the interior of the earth is because of the earthquakes. So it's the only thing what we can do, we have to learn to coexist with them. We can't stop them, we can't predict them. The only thing is, disaster, you occur, I also live, you also live. So that's why we get the mitigation coming into picture. So both of us live together with the understanding that, you harm me little, I take benefits from you a little.
Vice Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed, while referring to a series of earthquakes witnessed in Bhadarwah and Kishtwar, said that during an inspection team, he observed that those areas in the region faced the major brunt, which were close to main central thrust area.
Most of these towns are situated very close to the MCT, main central thrust of the Himalayas, which is known to be very tectonically active area. And wherever there is MCT, because of the activities and upheavals, there will be lots of erosion and formation of very plain valley. So, say for example, in Kishtwar, there is very beautiful valley, good slope and everything, where you can have very good vegetation, good place for people to stay. But you are sitting next to the MCT, which can be active any time, and it has been active. And when there is earthquake along the MCT, it is very easy for these tremors to propagate through the unconsolidated soil, for example.
Course coordinator of the workshop, Professor Ishtiaq, and associate coordinator and EMMRC faculty, Mr. Tariq Abdullah, also spoke on the occasion. With this, we come to the end of today's program. Watch our latest episode of Quest at our website emmrckashmir.com. Send us your suggestions at quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I take you a leave, here are a few words of wisdom. Careful with your fingers, don't touch writing. You don't know what it is to write. It's a crushing task. It bends your spine, blurs your eyesight, creases your stomach, and cracks your ribs.